The following audio may contain the personal testimonials of some independent OPTAVIA coaches or clients of OPTAVIA. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experiences of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified, and your individual path to healthy living and weight loss will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a healthcare provider before starting a weight loss program. In addition, this audio may contain income or earnings representations of some independent OPTAVIA coaches. OPTAVIA makes no guarantee of financial success. Success with OPTAVIA results from successful sales efforts, which requires hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Please see the OPTAVIA income disclosure statement for statistics on actual earnings of coaches under the U.S. compensation plan, which differs from the international compensation plan. Yours in health, the OPTAVIA team.
Well, welcome to our OPTAVIA Inspiring Stories of Transformation. We're looking forward to a great call, and we're so glad that you've joined us. My name's Shirley Mast. I'm an independent certified OPTAVIA coach, and it's my honor to be able to host the call this evening for you because this company has done so much to help me transform my life. I started the program myself in desperate need of weight loss, weighing close to 400 pounds. Lost over 200 pounds on the program. And of course, that has allowed fantastic things for me in my physical health. It has allowed me to be the vibrantly healthy grandmother that I want to be able to go to the playground and play with my kids, to get in the floor and play with them and be able to get back up again. But it might have started with weight loss for me, but that was just the beginning. So partway into my health journey, I started coaching because, why would I not tell my friends about this, right? It was transforming my health, and I certainly wanted to help other people. And so that was the reason why I started coaching it. And our business grew very quickly because honestly, when you find something that works, something that's truly impacting your health, people want to know more about it. And our business grew very quickly. And so frankly, within about 2 years after I started coaching, we had built our business to a level where my husband felt comfortable quitting his job. He and I have been working together, and I love it. I get to get up every morning, go to work with my best friend, working together on the same mission, and we have time freedom. I have the freedom to be able to go to the park with our grandbabies when I want to. I have the freedom to be able to invest my time into things that matter most to me. And it has been an incredibly wonderful journey. And again, it's part of the reason why I'm so excited about sharing with you this evening a little bit more about what's involved with our company, and perhaps coaching might be a good fit for you because honestly, it has changed our lives in so many wonderful ways. And maybe it'll be something that you're looking for too. And I'll have some of my friends this evening as well sharing their stories because I really want to give you a chance to hear from some other people who have had a similar experience. But before I go into the details of our transformational program, I'd like to give you a little more of a background of who we are. You might be saying, well, who is OPTAVIA? Well, we're a company that's committed to providing solutions for creating optimal health. We have over 30,000 independent OPTAVIA coaches and healthcare professionals. Our co-founder is Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson. He's a New York Times bestselling author. He was the 10th board-certified critical care physician in the country and helped to pioneer the subspecialty of critical care. But he left a very lucrative practice in order to help create an organization that would be focused on creating health. Our mission is to help offer to the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. Now, Medifast is our parent company, and we are the leader in safe, effective, proven meal replacements for over 30 years. We've got products, and our products and programs have been proven safe and effective in clinical studies conducted by researchers from major university teaching hospitals. We're an American company. We own our own research and development, our own manufacturing, and our own warehousing facilities. I'm really proud of that. We have strong corporate and field leadership. We're a New York Stock Exchange company, financially solid, US-based, and we have to this point impacted over 1 million lives. I'm really proud of that. We talk about our program offering lifelong transformation. one healthy habit at a time. And you might be wondering, well, tell me more about that. How does that work? Well, let me give you just a little bit of a background on where we're at right now. You're probably well aware that statistically, worldwide obesity has nearly tripled since 1975. We're not at a good place, folks. And most of the world's population now live in countries where overweight and obesity kills more people than underweight does. Stop for a moment and think about that. That was a sobering thing for me to think about. Here in the United States, almost a third of adults with partners, about 31%, report that money's a major source of conflict in their relationship. That might be true for you. 69% of workers are stressed over their finances. 72% admitting to worrying about their personal finances at work. That might be true for you as well, where the personal finances are really a struggle for you now. Now, we have 4 components to our system. And we've found that this is really the most effective way to help somebody transform their health. So when a client gets started with the program, they're working with an independent OPTAVIA coach. The coach is working with them at no charge to the client, helping them, guiding them, serving as a resource to them along their health journey. We have our Habits of Health transformational system, which is designed to help people learn the skills that they need to create long-term health. Our OPTAVIA community, you're participating in it right now. We have webinars, we've got a lot of resources available to help people build a healthy community around themselves. And frankly, it's part of the reason why a lot of people decide to coach, because as they're helping other people, they're building their own healthy community. And then our OPTAVIA fuelings are second to none, with the good nutrition that you need to be able to accomplish the health goals that you want. Well, I would like to introduce to you actually a friend of mine that's on the call this evening. Nathan has been a friend of our family for years. And for a long time, I kept saying, boy, Nathan, really, you ought to coach. I think you're going to like it here. And finally, he came to his senses and has joined us on this mission. But Nathan, I'd love to have you share a little bit more of your story with folks tonight.
Sure. Thank you so much, Shirley. Most people would probably say their journey begins whenever they become a client in OPTAVIA. But I found that my journey began with an awakening. I had just come back from a business trip, and the next morning I put on my expandable waist khakis, because that's what businessmen do, and they didn't fit. So I hopped on the scale and saw the heaviest weight of my life. And that was an awakening. I also realized my energy was lower than ever, and I was coming home and giving my family the leftovers, and then promptly eating the leftovers. Some of you can also relate to that at this stage in your journey. Well, like I said, for me, that was an awakening. And so I began to seriously chat with Cliff and Shirley Mast, who I knew had been full-time coaches for several years. And I'm so very thankful that I did. Because through the support of their coaching, our incredible community, adopting healthy habits, and of course our structured programs that we provide, I kissed goodbye my heaviest weight ever and said hello to my healthiest weight ever. And I have been healthy eating for life ever since. And the best part is I still hear from my coach on a regular basis, even today. So that support is always there. But I think the absolute best support along the journey was when I decided to plunge deeper into the OPTAVIA community and become a coach. Now, that happened about the same time as my journey beginning, but I have to tell you, Cliff and Shirley, as Shirley mentioned, they had talked about coaching with me for years. They thought I would be a great fit. And I just kept coming up with reasons why it may not work until I had another awakening. My parents and my wife wanted to get healthy too. And so it was them who inspired me to become a coach. And I have to tell you, there is no greater feeling than positively impacting the lives of the people who love you the most. Like, I finally felt like I had the opportunity to give back to my parents who gave so much to me. You may have folks in your life right now that you're thinking of. What I didn't expect, though, was that people began to notice their physical transformations, their mental transformations, and they wanted to know more. So within a few months, I fell in love with helping other people achieve their physical and mental and financial goals. And that's where true freedom comes, when you really embrace the full trilogy of health and it becomes a reality in your life. And it's a reality in our lives. It shouldn't have surprised me though, because I love relationships. I love building relationships, and that's what OPTAVIA is all about. So here we are. You can see me playing with my kids. 2.5 years later, I've had the honor of impacting hundreds of lives and the excitement of helping others to create abundance in their lives. And I don't just mean financial abundance, but relationally, emotionally, and to begin to build their lives around what matters most. I've truly been able to make a difference for the better because of coaching. And because of that, my health has continued on a positive trajectory. Losing the weight was a huge shift for me. But I accomplished something that I didn't think was possible. And now I'm not afraid the weight's coming back. And thanks to coaching, we've gained the margin in our finances that we can be clearly focused on what we want to create in the future that's different from our past. And for us, OPTAVIA is the vehicle to create it. So I want to share this gift with everyone now. I want to help as many people as possible become awakened to what's possible in their physical, mental, and financial health, and experience the freedoms and the abundance that can come with it. So thanks so much for allowing me to share our story tonight. It's a blessing to be here.
Well, Nathan, thank you so much. And I will say this, guys, as you start thinking about coaching, think about the people that you want to work with. Nathan has been a longtime friend of the family. Can't think of anybody I'd rather work with, okay? And so that was part of the reason that we kept talking to him, because we thought, wow, we would have so much fun working with this guy. And that has been part of our goal as we've built our team, is to just start working with the people that we really enjoy working with. And Nathan and Denise definitely fit into that category. Thank you so much, Nathan. So you might be thinking, well, okay, tell me a little bit more about what's involved here. We talk a lot in OPTAVIA about this trilogy of optimal health. Coaching uses a combination approach of one-on-one and providing guidance and encouragement. So the coach focuses on the client's values, needs, visions, and goals in 3 principal areas. Like I mentioned, we refer to that as being this trilogy. So it's healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy finances, because they all go together. You heard that in Nathan's story, those 3 components coming up. Our community of coaches are striving to not only improve areas of their lives, but to also improve the lives of all the people that they connect with. And that has been one of the sweet blessings for me, has been to be able to truly help people impact each of those 3 areas of their life. Now, some of the benefits of becoming a coach, honestly, for me, it reinforced my decision to be healthy. One of the significant reasons why I started coaching was I thought, well, seems to make sense that a coach would stay healthier than somebody who wasn't coaching. So that was part of the reason why I wanted to coach. But it also gave me an opportunity to pay it forward and to make a real difference in people's lives. Plus, we have a good time. Oh my word, it's a lot of fun, it's rewarding. And we often will talk about the compensation being in 2 different categories. You have the currency of goodwill. When I get to see stories like Nathan and Denise's unfold and realize that I had the opportunity to impact that, it's incredibly gratifying. But we also get paid to support our clients and teams. And so it does allow, like Nathan said, it allows you the opportunity to fulfill financial needs and goals. And honestly, for me at this point, I'm in it for the legacy factor. I'm in it because I want to change lives. Few things matter more to me than hearing someone say, Shirley, you made a real difference in my life, because that is a legacy that will outlive me. So we have a progressive growth model with this business, from coach to business leader. And OPTAVIA coaches move through these 3 competencies. You learn one competency and then move on to the next one if you choose to do that. So an OPTAVIA coach acquires and supports clients. And then in addition to acquiring and supporting clients, a business coach acquires and works with coaches to teach them how to be successful. That would have been the relationship with Nathan and with Cliff and I, where we were helping him build his coaching skills. A business leader will work with clients and then also build teams of coaches and business coaches. So your degree of compensation will follow those skill sets and the level of activity. So it really is up to you on how far you want to progress through that growth model. Now, coming up next, I have someone who Many of you already know she's a bit of a rock star in OPTAVIA. She's had an amazing physical transformation, had the opportunity to be on the Today Show about 2 years ago, I believe. But there's been some really phenomenal things happening in her life within the past 6 months as she has continued to grow in her coaching business. So Brittney Neff, my friend, over to you.
Wow. I mean, holy cannoli, guys. I can only, just looking back at the picture on the left, it seems like just yesterday, but forever ago at the same time. And to think that this has all been over the course of 4 years. And if you're sitting here, especially if you're sitting here at the beginning of your journey, maybe you haven't even started yet, just know that one day, one step at a time, you have no idea. Chances are your coach is going to see that potential before you do, and it's beautiful. But just as so many other people, I started this program to find health. I obviously was looking to lose weight, and I did that. I lost a little bit of weight. I went from 514 pounds to losing over 340 pounds. I'm basically a third of what I used to be physically. However, as I was losing weight, what I was gaining meant so much more. I mean, I come from a background of, again, I was the last kid to finish laps. I thought the world was limiting me. Little did I know that the biggest limiting factor was what was looking back at me in the mirror. And through this journey, being able to unlock my full potential, that's been a game changer. I come from a teaching background where I have a heart to serve. And, along this journey, losing weight, coaching was a pretty seamless transition. I was in teaching to help the next generation, and to now get to help the next generation in a new facet, that's been pretty cool too. It's, again, going from living life on the sidelines to not just being an active participant and an active player in my own life. I am now getting to take other people off of their sidelines, which is an aspect of this journey I had no idea was possible. Because again, I started this with a big, big heart, but my dreams were pretty small. And as this kept going, my dreams are getting bigger and bigger. Because the life that I'm living today, it was not even a blip on the radar 4 years ago. Going from somebody who was basically a shut-in in their parents' house, only leaving to go to work and coming back, to I am now happily married, and to now be able to, again, Dwight and I, we're not just correcting our own lives or in our own courses. We are stopping generational courses. We have created health in our own life. We're going to create health in another generation. And again, now helping other people to do the same thing. So wherever you are in your journey, whether you're just starting or working your way through, don't be afraid to dream big, because as soon as you step on the other side of that fear, that's when you're unlocking your true potential. That's where the magic happens. And sometimes you don't see it for yourself at first. That's one thing I love about this program is my coach from day one saw my potential in my health journey, but now I have my business coach who sees my potential on where I can go in this business. I am from day one was supported in health. I'm supported through business in this community of just world changers. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Starting this to get yourself healthy, but realizing that's just the tip of the iceberg, my friends. So I challenge you, if you are somebody who is on their sidelines, hop in. Let's play. Let's play in your own game of life. Let's not go from small dream big. Dream big, y'all. Again, we're just one day, one step, one healthy habit at a time, breaking generational curses. I can't. Holy cannoli, y'all. Woo!
And that would be the end?
Yeah, no, sorry about it. I get so worked up And it's just such a blessing to be able to get to share. And again, the last 4 years
I
have been
needed to know that Holy Cannoli was the end of it. That's all I needed to know. Honestly, guys, you know what? You can't blame this girl for being excited, right? My word, so much has changed in her life, and the plans that she has for the coming years are phenomenal. So you'll want to stick around and see what's next. And I love that OPTAVIA is helping to give her the opportunity to make those dreams come true with this amazing husband of hers. Brittany, we are just so happy for you and Dwight. Keep carrying on. So back to what all's involved with coaching, because some of you are thinking, wow, I would love to help create stories like Brittany's, like Nathan's. So you might be thinking, well, okay, how's this work exactly? Well, our coaching model is a relational model. It's focused on optimal well-being. As a coach, I'm self-employed, I'm independent, I'm setting my own hours. We often talk about the fact that my hours are not optional, but they're very flexible. However, we also will say, in this line of business, in the work that we do, I'm in business for myself, but I'm not in business by myself. You heard Brittany mention it. You heard Nathan mention it. They have business mentors to support them. I've got a business mentor to support me. And that allows me to help create the business and the skill sets that I need in order to be effective. You can do this full-time. You can do it part-time. Nathan's still working a full-time job in addition to coaching. For Cliff and I, this is full-time for us. He's not working, neither he or I are working in another job. So you've got the option to do whatever you would like to do in that regard. There's low startup and operating costs and no inventory. Again, a very flexible business. I've worked my business from the beach. I have been able to work my business from Western Africa when we travel, so as long as I've got my phone, a computer, and internet, I'm golden. There's no quotas, there's no monthly purchases, and your business mentor and OPTAVIA will provide for you the training and the support that you need to help you build the skills you need in order to be effective. So the support that we've got available, we have a comprehensive training system with OPTAVIA Learning Center. You can learn as you earn. In fact, we find that that's one of the most effective ways to train a coach, is to help them just start helping their friends. And in the process, because they're doing this by working closely with their mentors, they're building skills even as they're changing lives. So you'll be working with your business coach and with your mentorship team. So Nathan has Cliff and I to support him, but he also has our mentor, who happens to be Dr. Anderson, to help support him as well. We employ team coaching so that you can apprentice as you grow. And the fact that you've got that level of support will be so helpful to you. You can work at your own pace. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to. We've had some coaches that have started very, very quickly, started helping lots of people right away. We've had others that have moved more slowly, and that's fine. You can do whatever pacing you want to. And we have local, regional, and national training events that are optional, but will give you other opportunities to be able to learn, to be able to connect with this community as you build your skills. So I'm hoping that this has given you a really good overview of what OPTAVIA could do for you. And I hope that you'll consider joining our OPTAVIA mission, because we definitely need more people to help. We've got a world that needs us, and we have something to help them create health and well-being. So I hope you'll consider joining us. And I'd encourage you to get in contact with whoever it was that shared this call with you and say to them, you know what? I'm ready, or I'd like to learn more because I think coaching might be something that I want to do. And they would be honored to work with you, and we'd be delighted to welcome you to the team. So thanks so much for joining us, and let's go work together to help get our world healthy. Good night.
This audio may have contained the personal testimonials of some independent OPTAVIA coaches or clients of OPTAVIA. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experiences of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified, and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a healthcare provider before starting a weight loss program. In addition, this audio may have contained income or earnings representations of some independent OPTAVIA coaches. OPTAVIA makes no guarantee of financial success. Success with OPTAVIA results from successful sales efforts, which requires hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Please see the OPTAVIA Income Disclosure Statement for statistics on actual earnings of coaches under the U.S. Compensation Plan, which differs from the International Compensation Plan. Yours in health, the OPTAVIA team.